Welcome to another episode of Sports and Discourse with your host, Derek Stevenson. And today I got a real special guest on the line. I got my cousin, one of my favorite North Carolina Tar Heel fans, Ryne Covington. What's up, fam?
What's good, brother?
What's going on with you?
Shoot, man, just chilling, man. What's good with what we on today?
Man, listen, yesterday you hit me with the snaps. You had all your North Carolina gear laid out. It was ironed up real nice. You had the matching fours to go with everything. Hey, listen, one thing I got to give y'all North Carolina fans, y'all do be fresh, bro. Y'all come out head to toe in
got
y'all's
to,
North
got
Carolina
to,
gear
man.
every
Got
rip,
to,
man.
man. Got to, bro.
Hey, man,
Got to.
y'all come out head to toe. Y'all got the most drip in the NCAA, man. I'm gonna give it to y'all, man.
Nah, facts though. Like I said to you yesterday, man. We got the best shoe game in college basketball.
Y'all got it, man. But let's talk about what happened when y'all played my University of Kentucky Wildcats yesterday, man. How'd you feel about
uh,
that, man?
man, I was heated, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I woke up feeling good. Like I said, man. When I sent that video, man, I had my stuff ready. Had my shoes, man. I was debating if I want to put the fours on or the ones. See, I should have put the ones on because I think Elder gave me good luck, man. And fours, man, I feel like it gave me bad luck, man. But at the end of the day, we just looked terrible, man.
Yeah, man.
We
See,
was terrible, bro. Like we couldn't even throw a damn ball in the ocean, bro.
man, listen, I didn't even get to watch the game, man. I was watching Spider Man. Cause see, my dumb ass, I was scrambling trying to get tickets for that movie because I knew it was gonna end up being fat. So I found one theater, one time slot that was completely empty. So I just snagged the tickets, and then I wasn't even thinking. Then I was like, "Oh shit, I ain't even gonna get to watch the game, man." And so all I could do basically, I was just checking the score while I was in there watching the game, man. And I was shocked. I ain't gonna lie, man. Um, I was feeling a little nervous. I kind of felt like Kentucky had, they had kind of started to look a little funny, and I felt like the confidence was down. And I said, man, North Carolina gonna mess around and get these boys, man. And I know, technically they not considering that a big win, but anytime you play North Carolina, it's gonna be a
That's
big
a big,
win, man.
definitely a big win, man. Because if we'd have beat y'all, man, that's a big win, especially for what I'm saying, us Carolina fans in
Yeah, yeah,
in Lexington.
yeah.
You know
Y'all
what I'm
have been
saying?
going.
First, I did another thing. Shouts out to my Lexington Carolina fans. I ain't gonna be able to name all of them. Quinn Walker, Quinn Robert, Cecil Madison, uh, Roger Cotney. He was hot last night. I don't even want to get on him. But shouts out to all Cordell Simpson, everybody who rocks with Carolina and Lexington, man. I gotta give a shout out to everybody. If I miss somebody, my bad. But but yeah, man, I ain't really catch the first part of it. I missed like the first 3 minutes of it. But when I came in, man, shit, man, I looked at the score. I said, man, what in the world is going on? Man, I swear, bro, Wheeler was torching us, bro. What he end the game with like 26, I think.
Man, I ain't really for sure. I didn't check, but cause like I had to just go back home and watch the whole highlight, and I found like a 24-minute highlight reel where they was basically showing all the baskets without like they wasn't running through the whole shot clock, but they were just showing the baskets, and Willer was definitely going crazy, man. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I had kind of been feeling a little funny about Willer, man. I was like, man, he kind of turning the ball over a lot. Like he always plays aggressive, but sometimes I feel like he get all the way underneath the basket and get trapped. So I wasn't really sure how he was gonna play, man. But he definitely was doing his thing, bro.
Yeah,
Um,
cause I remember, man, cause I remember like just seeing him, bro, like just watching. Don't get me wrong, I watch everybody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the simple fact I hate UK. It's just one of the, it's the difference on my team. But when I remember the time when me and my girl went down to Rep Arena, we went and watched the UK game. They wasn't playing nobody, and like he wasn't doing nothing. And for me to see him in person not doing nothing, then to turn around and look on TV and he's eating us, bro. Like what am I? I'm like, bro, where did he get this at? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that UK was on game, bro. Like they seemed confident, but Carolina, man, I don't know. That wasn't Carolina basketball last night. Caleb Love, he was a no call, no show. He should have stayed on home. He's our, you know what I'm saying, our top scorer. But then at the end of the day, he comes in with 8 points for the whole game.
yeah, man. So y'all kind of been having a little bit of a funny season too. Like, how do you feel overall about this team? Like, do you feel like y'all gonna be able to turn it around, make a deep run, or like how you feel about them right now?
Like right now, if we continue to play like yesterday, we ain't going nowhere. But I got a good feeling, man. I think that eventually, man, once everything gets together, they will be straight. I'm not gonna say, they gonna win it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it about my squad, but we got a lot of things to work on, man. I just feel like with the new coach, man, I just feel like that's what it's dealing with, man. I don't know. I don't think they gelling right now. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I don't think they really gelling right now because plus the dude Manic, he's been complaining about how he's not happy with how his teammates is playing, man. So it's like, y'all ain't nobody really seem like they happy. So it's like I don't really know what's going on, man. It's just Hubert Davis, bro. He's new to it, even though he sat with Roy for them years. He knows the program, but he even admitted to himself, man. He said, man, it's a difference when you go up 6 inches up to that coach's seat. He
Yeah.
said, I can sit right here and assist all day. He said, man, it's a major difference. So I don't know if he's still nervous, if it's still butterflies, but he need to get it together, man.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. How did you feel personally when he was announced as the head coach?
Like personally, man, I thought it was a good little fit, but honestly, I thought they was gonna go outside. But then as I sat and thought about it, and then when they, finally came with the coach, and I'm like, okay, it makes sense. He's been with the program. He played with the program under Dean Smith. So it's like, all right, he knows what's going on. He's been on the Roy's wing for X amount of years. And I was like, all right, so he can keep it going because he knows it was in house, and I felt like it was, man. But yesterday, man, he he wasn't coaching to me, man. I don't want to blame it on the coach. I could put it on the players because you can coach your ass out, but at the end of the day, if the players ain't contributing, then I mean, what else can you do, bro?
So, what things do you think that North Carolina needs to work on going forward, based off of what you've seen against Kentucky?
Man, they need to work on confidence, man. See, they need to learn how to play with, when people come up and play defense on 'em. See, I don't think they used to that. They used to getting out running. They really didn't get a chance to run yesterday, to be honest. But they just need to become like a better team, bro. They come together, what I'm saying, as one and work with that chemistry with each other. Because right now they not really looking like. Don't get me wrong, like it was some good games. They look good, but they got to keep that consistency up, man. When they come across people who they need to work on, when people's playing that good defense on them, they need to figure that out because they freezing up, turning the ball over, trying to shoot threes. Like we can hit threes all the time, bro. But like I said yesterday, I don't know what was going on, but that's a lot. That's a couple of things that I personally feel like they need to work on.
Yeah. What I was gonna ask you is like, I ain't really that familiar with their team, so like, do y'all got a lot of veteran leaders, or are y'all kind of young? Like, what's the roster like as far as like experience?
Oh man, we got some experience. 'Cause we got them a couple of transfers, man. Like Baycott, of course he's a return player. Let me think. Caleb Love, Leaky Black. I think RJ Davis was there too. Um, so it's not super young. You know what I'm saying? We do got some leadership. Because like I said, Baycott, he was there last year, so he's kind of like one of the leaders. Him and Caleb Love. So it's like they just need to, turn it up, man, and become that leader and be like, hey, man, we need to get this together. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. That Garcia dude, man, he's decent, but I don't know, bro, because they just need to get it together. I tell you that. Just trust and believe. They need to get it together, man.
Yeah. So do y'all got any more like big non-conference games before y'all get into the nitty-gritty, or like where y'all looking at next?
And next game, man, I think our next schedule, bro. Like I think it's kind of hectic. I think, bro, because I think we got well, the next one, it's like a little Appalachian State, and then I know we got Virginia Tech, Boston College coming up. We got Notre Dame coming up in January, Virginia. So it's like Georgia Tech. So it's like we
I'm about to
We got a
start getting
nice
some
little.
tests.
Yeah, we better get some tests, man, and I'm glad we got drilled like that by UK, bro, because they need to wake up because these next games coming up, bro, it's coming.
Yeah.
Especially man with the with the Virginia Techs and the Virginias. I ain't seen them play, but just based off times before. You know what I'm saying, and then played Notre Dame but did UK beat Notre Dame or Notre Dame beat UK? I can't
Nah,
remember.
nah, they got us, man.
They got y'all okay.
We had a shot at Notre Dame, but we made some goofy mistakes and took some bad shots. And everybody was super down on Cal, man. And Cal just got one of them styles that when he loses, it's gonna irk people, man, because he coaches that NBA style, and he don't never waver from that, man. And a lot of people feel like he be tossing some games away, trying to teach that NBA style. And I think that's one that we could have had, but I feel like the players just wasn't really ready. And that kind of had me feeling like North Carolina was going to bust them, to be honest. Like, I really didn't have confidence going into that game. And if we did pull it out, I definitely didn't think we was going to run away with it, man. I was super shocked to see them almost beat somebody by 30 because I kind of just felt like, when I seen them play against tough teams, I felt like they was getting bullied a lot. And it was kind of surprising for me to see them kind of like really like being tough with North Carolina, man, because normally we got one player, and that's Oscar Sheway, that really be in there, just really be like going to war, and the rest of them. I mean, Willer tries, man, but like I said, man, he kind of makes a lot of mistakes going too deep into the paint with no real like he goes in there sometimes. It look like he ain't really got no court vision, like he's not seeing the play before it happens, and he gets trapped in there. But really, the other ones had just been kind of playing a little soft and a little laid back. Especially Ty Washington, man. He had been kind of disappointing me a little bit because I felt like he had kind of lost his aggression, and I didn't know if everybody's confidence was down. I didn't know what was happening to the team, but I definitely did not expect them to almost win by 30, man. That was wild to me.
That definitely it was wild for me too, man, because they was down and then they made a little run at the end of the first half. So I'm like, okay, I'll take that. Because I got a feeling like, okay, they're gonna come out second half, they gonna finally get on schedule. Let's go. Let's do it. Man. It definitely was, man, but it is what it is. That's part of basketball, bro. So but at the end of the day, it's still gonna be my squad. I'm still gonna rock with them, but they need to go on get it together.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I ain't really used to actually seeing Kentucky keep like that their foot on the gas, man. Normally, I feel like they let up off the gas and they let teams back into the game, man. So I feel like both of these teams are kind of in a weird position, man. I feel like they both kind of trying to figure out who they are and what they're gonna end up like, and it's kind of hard to really tell. Like, I can't really say for certain where I feel like either one of the teams is gonna finish, man. But me being a Kentucky fan, it felt good to get one back on y'all because I felt like you know, over the last couple of seasons, man, I feel like y'all kind of had been like doing y'all's thing, and it was kind of frustrating because I kind of felt like y'all was getting ready to get us again.
Yeah, because then we played y'all last year around the same time, bro, and we won.
Yeah, man.
It was like 75 to something. It was a nice little game.
And I had been seeing everybody been reposting the little clip of what's his name? What was that one kid's name that hit that jump
Luke
shot?
May.
Yeah, Luke May, man.
Yeah.
Man, that dude, he came out of nowhere and busted us, and then next thing you know, man, his career went up from there, man. He turned into a killer, man. After that, man.
He did. He did, man. But then wasn't that the same game where it was him and Malik Monk?
Yeah.
Malik Monk, he hit that shot. Then Luke May said, "No, sir. Let me go and get that." Because I remember that game. I was watching.
Oh
Man,
well, I don't know. That might have been a different game, was it?
I don't know, bro. Like I know. I just remember one time.
I can't
Malik
remember
Monk
either.
was killing us, nigga.
Yeah. The game you talking about, Malik went for like 47.
Ah,
I think
man,
they
that
might have
nigga
I think
ate.
they might have won that one though. But I can't remember,
Ah,
man.
okay.
But it
Yeah, I
was
can't either.
it was one of them where Luke definitely he dropped the hammer on us, man. So it felt good to get one back. But yeah, I had seen a little post where Hubert Davis had said that he felt like Kentucky was just tougher than them, and he felt
Yeah,
like they just
it
wanted a
was
little
tough.
more.
Yeah, and just to piggyback what that nigga Quentin Roberts was saying, he said, man, Carolina just soft. And I
Yeah,
totally agree with him on that. Like we was playing soft last night.
yeah,
Like it wasn't no excuses, bro. Like it was turnover at turnover. And Kentucky was just on us, bro. So we definitely was playing soft last night.
yeah, man. Well, man, like we said, man, we'll see how it turns out, brother. But yeah, man, I was definitely a little excited, man, to do it to y'all, man, because I was getting ready to feel like I was getting ready to have to turn my phone off for the night, man.
Cause I was coming.
Yes, sir,
I
man.
was coming because that's what I do, man. I was ready to, man. But like I said, I should have put my ones on, bro.
Yeah, man, that might have
My
been what it
Carolina
was.
ones, man.
Yes, sir, man.
Cause
You might have to throw them fours away, man.
nah, I ain't gonna do that. I just ain't gonna. I ain't gonna do that now. Hold on. It took me a while to try to get them.
Yes, sir,
But
man. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I didn't have on nothing Kentucky, man. I just went to the movies and I wasn't even worried about it, man. I said I ain't even gonna look. I tried not to look, and and it was eating me up, man. I said I gotta see what's happening, and then I was like, oh shit, Kentucky
yeah,
actually
man.
doing their thing, man.
Hey, they was hot, bro. Them niggas was hitting everything, bro.
Yes, sir, man. And to top it off, Louisville took the L to Western too, man. It was a good
Yeah.
day, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Yeah, it tripped me out though to see that.
Yeah,
Louisville, man, they ain't looking too good either, man.
yeah, man. I feel like a lot of programs is kind of down a little bit. Maybe everybody's still trying to recover from COVID, man. That took a toll on some of the big schools. I feel like, man. I feel like it shook everybody up a little bit, man.
Nah, it definitely did, cause ever since then, bro, it just ain't been the same, man. Cause if you think about it, the NBA ain't been the same for real too, in a way.
Yeah, man. And I can only imagine what it would be like to just have to change coaches in the middle of this. We gonna see what happens to Duke next year, man, because Coach K gonna be out of there, and then it's gonna be up to
Yeah,
Shire, and we'll see if he has some growing pains like Hubert's seeming to have, man.
yeah, cause once what I'm saying, once you so used to a coach, bro, and the dude how he's running the program, then you try to get somebody who tries to do the same thing, it's not gonna be the same thing. It's just for some reason like you can know the program, you can know it all you want to, but you're not gonna run it how Roy Williams. He's not gonna run it how Roy Williams did. He's not. It's not. It's either gonna get better or it's gonna get worse.
Yes, sir,
And
man.
it's gonna be the same way with Duke. Like I hate to say this, but Duke looking all right this year.
Yeah, man. They
Like them niggas looking all right, man. And I hate to say that, but I gotta give credit where credit's due.
yeah, right.
Regardless of not, that's my rival, nigga. But they looking good, man.
Yeah, man. As long as them boys don't cramp up, man, I don't know what's wrong with them kids, man. Every time you turn around, they getting cramps.
Yeah.
But when they ain't getting cramps, man, they do be hooping a little bit, man. I ain't gonna lie. But I definitely I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I do not want to see them win the championship on
No, I
Coach
don't
K's
either.
last
I don't
year.
either. Hell no,
That
I
would
don't either.
be one of the worst things. Cause I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. North Carolina fans don't really bother me the same way Duke fans bother me. I hate Louisville fans. I hate Tennessee fans. And outside of that, I hate Duke. North Carolina, I'm just kind of like whatever. Uh, it's I'm always gonna feel a rivalry with North Carolina just because they a top program, and
Right.
I don't want to see another program doing as good or better than Kentucky. But I really don't have an issue with North Carolina the way I do like Louisville's and Tennessee's and Duke's. Man, I just do not want to see Coach K go out like that, man. He's already got enough. He got five.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I'm
enough,
about to say.
man.
He got five, bro. He
Yeah,
he, he done.
it's time to go sit down somewhere, man.
Hey man, I'm right there with you because you know what I'm saying. Like I said before earlier, like I don't hate UK, but I could say that's one thing that I can agree with UK fans and Carolina fans can agree with. Comes to happy mediums, we both hate Duke.
Absolutely,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? So
I really would love to see the program, and I don't want to wish failure on Shire when he steps up, but I would like to see them struggle for about 3 years before, if he can bring them back. Like, I want to see them fall down to the bottom and have to work their way back up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah, I mean that's anybody though, bro. Cause look at look at us right now. I ain't gonna say we struggling right now. I'm basing everything off yesterday. But then you know what I'm saying with UK, man, when y'all lost who was it, Tubby? Then y'all had that one dude.
Billy
And
Gillespie, man.
yeah, him, bro. Y'all kind of fell off that year, a couple years, bro. He
Yeah,
was a drunk, wasn't
yeah, man. He was doing too much,
he?
man. He was he was single number one. So you give a single coach the keys to Kentucky, and he's the big guy in the city, and he was wilding out, man. He was always in Drake's, hollering at the young college chicks. He was
Yeah,
always out somewhere drinking. He
the
wasn't
big
real.
blue martini.
Yeah,
I heard
man.
of a story from out there.
Yeah, man. He wasn't really focused like that, man. So, we had definitely fell off for a little bit, man. It was already starting with Tubby though, just because I think Tubby just plays a old school style of basketball, and I think it just wasn't really working for the kids, the new kids. Like, they just don't play like Tubby plays a real slow pace. Like, he wants to keep the game around 54 to 60. Like, and he has hell of a good defensive teams, but he just don't really never have offensive powerhouse teams. And it's just hard because whenever you get to play in some schools, they just too good and you can't keep the game low. But then he could never match him on offense, so he was kind of bringing Kentucky down, just because he wasn't able to keep up in the talent race, man. And one thing, I know everybody likes to say Cal can't coach and he's just a recruiter, but recruiting is a big part of coaching on that level, man. You
Nah,
gotta
big
get the
facts.
players, man.
Big facts.
And that's one of the reasons why I think North Carolina has been successful over the last several years, because one thing that Roy did really good was Roy would get a team full of McDonald's All-Americans. Like, I know everybody thought they was going to Kentucky, but North Carolina was getting them on a regular, and he was actually getting them to stay a few years. So he was developing them over there, and then every 3 to 4 years, y'all would have a super strong team, man. And
Yep.
and that's what we wasn't able to get whenever Tubby was coaching Kentucky. So we was kind of going down, and then when we got Billy G, man, it just hit the bottom of the barrel for us, man. So,
Yeah,
like I
and
said,
plus, man, it's kind of hard for y'all to build too because with Cal with the whole one and done, did they get rid of that or they still doing it or
yeah, man. As long as until they make changes, it is gonna be hard for us because he's always gonna lose a bunch of players. Because basically everybody's looking at Kentucky like it's just a showcase to get to the NBA. And
yeah,
and the thing is, sometimes we lost a couple of players that wasn't really quite ready. And it kind of hurt our teams, man. And he's never really the main two times that he really got to bring several people back. Whenever he gets to bring a few people back, they usually do go to the Final Four. And the time when he got to bring people back, he got to bring Jones and Lamb back and Darius Miller. You know, they won the championship when they added Davis and all them boys. And then whenever he got to bring some people back with the twins and all them, Stein and everybody, they went 38-0 before they got busted. So whenever he gets to, hold on to his players for a few years, he can come up with a strong team. But it just doesn't happen to him as much. And it's starting to happen to Duke a lot too. Like,
yeah,
they losing more players now than they used to ever lose. Because one thing about Coach K is he was real good at keeping his players for like 3 to 4 years, man. Like, I don't think anybody ever left him early until, like, shoot, I think Corey Maggette might have been the first one, if I ain't mistaken. And then he ain't really had too many, but in between until now, you know what I mean? And now
yeah,
he was starting to get hit the same way Cal was, man. He get a nice little squad, and then they gone, and then he got to do it again.
yeah,
Then they gone, man. But but yeah,
yeah.
man. Like I said, man, we'll see what happens to North Carolina going forward with Hubert Davis, and then Duke with Shire, and we'll see how the ACC is gonna shape up in the next couple of years, man. It could get real interesting, man. It's wide
Yeah.
open for somebody to come and take it, man.
This one definitely wide open, man. I know this is right here is off a little subject, but what do you think about the everybody going to them HBCUs now?
Oh, okay. Well, man, I'll put it to you like this. I'm, hmm, what would I say about it? I'm kind of in the middle about it, right? I'm gonna tell you why. Um, because I actually do respect it and I honor it. Like I think it's very honorable. Like for the black kids to want to go to all black colleges, um, to get that education because I seen some statistic the other day where they were showing some data and saying that like a lot of like black professionals like doctors, lawyers, dentists, and everything like that, that most of them, like high percentage of them, graduate from HBCUs. So a lot of the like kids that are going to those HBCU colleges are becoming real successful professionals in the community. So if we're not looking at the sport aspect of it, like they really doing their thing with black kids in the community. Like they really putting some professionals out there, which is wonderful. And
Yeah,
to go back to the sport part of it, it's kind of like I'm kind of sitting in the middle of it because I feel like there's a lot of advantages to going to like a power conference school because like for instance, um I know Master P's son, they had withdrew him from Tennessee State, and one of the reasons they was complaining about was I think he got injured or something, and when they were trying to rehab him, the facilities just wasn't really up to par. You know what I mean? Um, Whereas if you go to like a big school, like if you go to Kentucky, like the Kentucky hospital's all yours, and every other little clinic or facility that they got, like they got top notch health facilities. They got uh, you know, they got really good residential dorms for everybody. Like they pretty much got everything they need. So I would say, I wish that kid Travis Hunter the best. Um, hopefully if he's really legit, he'll make it and he'll be fine. And then, the more players that they get that make it, then they can start going back and donating and funding some of these schools. And because I also seen some data where they said that like if you just looking at like the endowments that these schools get, like I think there's 134 HBCUs in the country, and altogether they only have like $4 billion of endowment. And then like I compared it to Harvard, just Harvard. Harvard has $40 billion. You know what I mean? And I think I had
yeah,
seen somewhere where somebody said that Kentucky has like a maybe 8 billion or something like, or maybe it's not quite that high. It might be like 2 billion or something like that. But Kentucky just itself is almost has the equivalent to all the HBCU. So hopefully, if they start getting some more successful people and players, they can donate money back and start to build better facilities, have better dorm rooms, better training equipment, and they could actually build some of these programs into some elite level colleges. And then once, if that was to ever happen, then I think the majority of players would start to go there. But right now, I think it's still going to be hard to get a whole bunch of them because it's just so many advantages to go into the big Power Five conferences. You get to play against better competition every day. You get, I ain't gonna say you get better coaching, but that's probably unfair to say. But in theory, it would seem like you get better coaching. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You get more exposure. You know what I mean? You get to play on TV, and now that they got these name, image, and likeness situations going on where these players can start to make some money, you probably still can make more money if you're associated with a big school than you can at HBCU. But the interesting thing about Travis Hunter is that I have been hearing that Deion Sanders he works with Barstool Sports. So I have been hearing, and I don't know if this is 100% true or not, but I had just been hearing that he got like a $2 million deal, or an endorsement or something from Barstool Sports. So as long as they can get people to actually support the kids financially like that, they might be able to start snagging some of them, man. Because that name, image, and likeness might start to even the playing field a little more, because if you can put $2 million in this kid's pocket, then he might be okay with going to HBCU for a few years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll definitely see, man. It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, man. But anyways, man, I
Yeah,
guess
man. I ain't
yeah,
want to throw you off course with that, man. I just had to. That's just I'm a man. I just
yeah.
had to ask you one time. That was it.
Absolutely, man. Well, look, man, I appreciate you calling in and talking with me, brother. And we'll definitely get back at it and do it again, man, for sure. But yeah, I guess we can go on and wrap it up right now, man. So good luck to you and your North Carolina boys, man. And you
Man,
know,
appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
yeah, and we'll see how this year shapes up for everybody, man. And we'll probably have to talk soon. We might have to get you back on here after y'all play Duke one time and see what happens with that one, man.
Yeah, exactly. I'm down.
Yes, sir, man. Well, we'll hit you later, man. I appreciate it.
All right, bro.